You can bet your bottom dollar. Great programming coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Stand by. Hold on. Talk at its finest, coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. In about 2 minutes, stand by. We know what guys are talking about. Stand by. A great show coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. In about 30 seconds. Stand by. Don't go away. Stop. If they're talking about it at the barbershop, we're talking about it here on SME. Great show coming up in about 30 seconds. Don't go away. Stand by. It's time. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Another great product on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yeah!
You are listening to a track laid down by That Bad DJ, and the train will be taking off in 2 minutes. The train will be pulling out in 2 minutes. Look out. You are tuned into the Underground Railroad Show with that ninja on Spreaker.com. What's going on, fam? The train will be taking off shortly, man. I'd like to thank everybody for coming aboard. I'd like to thank everybody that's in the chat, and I would like to show appreciation to everyone that may be listening and just does not want to participate in the chat. I appreciate each and every one of you. Today on the train, man, we're going to take off. It's basketball time, elimination game coming up. So, you know what the subject is. You know what's on everybody's mind. So we will definitely not be talking about basketball today. You've heard enough of it. I got a different spin for you today. Just a little something to talk about. The tragic shootings that happened, and the typical reaction from America. A lot of agendas as opposed to dealing with the problem and the issue at hand. This BS OJ story being remade by the 4-letter network. I'll discuss my issues with that particular series, and also lost a lot of respect for one guy at the 4-letter network I thought I could depend on to be half decent, and I won't say he doesn't have decent little takes and stance every now and again, but he did something today that was egregious and unforgivable, and I will call him out for it. So I appreciate everybody coming aboard the train. I will acknowledge everybody in the chat shortly. But before I do that, I'd like to thank everybody for coming aboard. Let's take a ride.
This is sanctioned by the Real Cast Rangers at realcastradio.com.
No doubt, no doubt. You are aboard the train. This is the Underground Railroad Show with that ninja on Spreaker.com. And before we take it off, before we do anything else, let me acknowledge everybody in the chat like I always do. I'd like to thank everybody that comes into the chat room. Might not have the largest chat room in the world, but I definitely have the smartest. Not saying that to kiss ass. They always give great takes and opinions. It allows me to go other places and sometimes brings up things that I might have forgotten about, and or just leads me to a different path. So appreciate the chat always, man. They always do a good job. We got my main man Sluggo, the official attorney for Real Cast, and he also he also doubles as an attorney for the X Squad as well. Shout out to Sluggo for being up in the chat. We got Real Cast Ranger Gary G Money join up in the chat. What's going on, Gary? Thanks for being in here, sir. We got Gary G Money joiner up in the chat. What's going on, pimp? We got my cuzzo and the producer and manufacturer of that smooth beat you heard before I came in, That Bad DJ up in the chat. What's going on, That Bad DJ? Look out, cuz, look out. Appreciate you, folk. We got the newest Real Cast Ranger 334 Bama boy up in here. What's going on, fam? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, pimp. 334 always comes up in there dropping bombs. Dropping bombs. I hit him with a roll denied when he came in, telling me to watch my tone. We got the very, 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 very popular Miss Spicy Conversations up in the chat. What's going on, Spicy? Spicy is killing it on SME After Dark. Can't even get in that chat room. It looked like a mall on Black Friday. Looks like the mall at Black Friday. Real busy. Wait a minute. We got my beautiful wife, QT, up in the chat. What's going on, QT? Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate the support. We got the chat squared away. Today on this ride on the train today, we're going to get into, I don't even think I mentioned it at the top, but gun control. We're going to get into gun control and my take on it and how it always comes up after one of these tragic situations. And I'll just give you my opinion of the reality of the situation, and you can react to it how you want, but I'll give you my opinion on the reality of the situation in the context of quote unquote living in a free country. And I will give you my opinion on gun control, which always seems to come up in these situations. We will give a little bit of a take or my opinion on this OJ story coming up, but everybody seems to be excited about it and talking about it and whatnot. I find that surprising. I won't watch one damn minute of that, and I'll explain why a little bit later. And also, I will discuss a 4-letter network personality. I might not even bother to mention him by name because I don't want to give him any pub. Although, hell, he could care less about my opinion. He got it going on. But What he did today was egregious, and I could not believe it. Hey, Cuzzo, I thought I saw you mention Stephen A. Smith. No, he's been an all-star coon. I'm not talking about him. We already know he's not right. He's been an all-star coon for a while. But somebody who actually, man, does a decent job, and I try to give him credit as behaving himself as a man in that environment. He said some things today, man, that I find egregious. But, I mean, we'll get into it, sir. But that's what we're going to do today. So I guess starting out, before I jump into gun control, let me go ahead and talk about this 4-letter network personality that I'm disappointed in. Hold on, before I do that, wait a minute. We got my main man, Christopher Tracy, up in the chat. What's going on? What's going on, sir? Appreciate you jumping up in here, man. Sluggo, yeah, I'm talking about Bomani, damn it. I'm talking about Bomani, and since you put his name on there, let's talk about it, man. Bomani Jones, I'm so disappointed. Sluggo, peep this, man. He came on today, you know what I'm saying, and for the uninformed, this sounds a little regurgitated for those who may listen on a regular basis, like my people in the chat. But real quick, I'm not a big 4-letter network guy. I don't care for their programming. I find it mundane. I find it to be insulting to my intelligence, and I find it false a lot of the times. At any rate, I haven't listened to him for a long time. I don't know at this point. Hell, I don't know, 18 years. I don't know. It's been a minute. But I watch them for games. I don't listen to their programming, their shows, their specials. You know, I'm just disgusted with them because I've seen so many egregious, outright, edited down lies to show people in a bad light. And the people they show in a bad light usually look like me. So I don't care for that station as far as the programming and the way they push their agenda. So, you know, anytime there's somebody on there, you know, Doug and Ryan used to be on there and they killed it. And, of course, they got rid of them because they wouldn't smile and tap dance. And they had a guy on there, Bomani Jones, who's on there now, who does a decent job. I mean, you know, everybody's going to have opinions that you disagree with. I mean, musically, he has a lot of weird-ass takes. But, you know, that is what it is. I've always said that music is very personal. Music is as personal as the person you choose to lay pipe to and the food you choose to eat. So it's really hard to say, you know, what's what or give a you crazy opinion on somebody's musical taste. I say that, but yet and still I will criticize someone's musical taste, you know, so take that for what it is. But Bomani today and Eglar, the guy was from the Eagles that, you know, for a second was accused of sexual assault at a strip club. I want to say Eglar. And they were discussing this, and from what I've heard, you know, he was in a strip club, and and they went to the back room, supposed to be for an hour. The stripper wanted, or they had agreed for $1,400, and he ended up paying her $800 because he said she left early or didn't do everything. And what ended up coming out of it was she claimed sexual assault, and then it comes out that she was upset because she didn't have the money. She wanted the $1,400 as opposed to the $800. And there are a lot of ways you can take this, and maybe I should have threw this in the title, but now my thing, I guess we don't know what happened, you know, quote unquote. But I mean, let's just say there's witnesses there are saying that the Eagle player did nothing wrong, that she was upset because she didn't get the money that she wanted. So the attitude is she didn't get the money that she wanted, so I'm going to accuse him of a crime and try to destroy his life. You know, one issue here is that there are no repercussions for that side of the game. And don't get me wrong, when it actually happens, that dude deserves to go to jail and get his ass whooped and have the same thing happen to him. Absolutely no excuse. But the problem is there are absolutely no repercussions for a woman that feels wronged because she saw wedding bells, or she saw a relationship coming and ended up being a jump off or a throwaway. And she actually feels a just action is, I'm going to try to destroy you. And there are some people like that. There are some women like that. So my problem with that is there has to be a repercussion for that. If not, you're damn near encouraging it. That's one problem. So that type of thing might not even have happened if there were repercussions for actually making a false accusation. And I guess 90% of the time there really aren't. There really isn't any type of repercussion. It's just as a ha-ha or whatever thing, and they go on about their life and business. And that stigma will still stick with you even though it was proven